Welcome. welcome. What is it? Today's the 5th? This is like god dang it, the third day, second day into the election? Shit. Welcome to Smoke This Over. What's going on? For some people, this is your first time on this channel. This is my channel. I am the porn rap star. My name is Kavanaugh. I have music that's out. You can find it on any outlet, what have you. I probably will put that in the description or what have you. Well, actually, you can just find it on the damn page. Who cares? This is an opinion piece page. Commentary. My videos here is short. Now, if you want to hear me talk a little bit more in depth about stuff, go to Smoke This Over Podbean.com, because I have a podcast. That's my podcast. I'm on episode 4. Episode 4 right now. You can hear the premiere of my new single, Get In Where You Fit In. Yes, I do porn and I rap. Yes, I lay the pipe and I get the crowd hype. You feel what I'm saying? I do what I do. So today, we talking more election. And the title of this one, which I haven't figured out what the title is yet. Well, it's basically going to be, here we go. Now, interesting how nobody took into account how the states were going to count the mail-in ballots. Now, if y'all do recall, let's look at the timeline of this. You do recall when it first started, the mail-in ballots, that they said 81% of the ballots nationwide was Democratic. Only 13% at that time was Republican. Now, just off of that alone, not counting the people that might have been Republican and voted for Biden, give or take, let's say out of that 13 and 14%, that's probably might be 5%. So, not a lot of people voted via mail. Plus, Trump, his damn self, told his people, don't vote mail, it's fraud. See, now y'all understand why, and you Trumpers, which y'all don't give a shit, because that's your cult leader. Now y'all understand why the fuck he kept saying that voting by mail was fraud. Because he knew the Democrats was going to vote by mail. And he knew that the reason why he beat Hillary was because Democratic voting was down. Voting was down, period. I dare say it probably was the lowest vote total in modern history. It was a record low that people, you know what I'm saying, of people that voted. This is broke records. This election was the highest. You feel me? The highest that we know of. So I want you to think about that for a second, right? That means that this election was the most people voted. And let me tell you why. It was the early voting, and it was the early voting, it was the mail-in voting. Because the people that didn't vote in 2016, the reason why they didn't want to vote, because they probably didn't want to come out. They didn't want to vote for Hillary or Trump. But also, part of it, they didn't want to stand in them long-ass lines. Because let's be honest. If there was no early voting, can you imagine the chaos of Super Tuesday? If anyone ever voted on Super Tuesday, the lines are long, A lot of motherfuckers like, fuck that, I ain't about to do all that. So thanks to COVID, it was stressed. Democrats said, hey, fuck that, y'all vote via mail. So think about it. That's the reason why this motherfucker catching him. That's why by the end of the night, he will probably either have both Pennsylvania or Georgia, or it will be announced he's leading in Georgia. Because Trump, who came out election night and screamed, I won, didn't take into account, wait a second, how many of the states are counting the mail-in first? See, the reason why Biden was leading, let's say, in North Carolina, was because they counted the mail-in first. Then, when they did the day of, that's when Trump took over. Unless the whole state, everybody did the same thing, which was count the walk-ups first and the mail-in later. That's why he won in Michigan. That's why I say he's gonna win in Nevada. Because think about it, Nevada did 86. They just started to count the mail-in ballots. So if he was leading with the walk-ups, and the way it's looking, most of the mail-in ballots is for him, 10-1 damn near. But then motherfucker it ain't gonna be close in Nevada. He actually gonna pull away. I just got a feeling he gonna pull away from it. But the way it's looking, this motherfucker might take Georgia. See? And now he wants to sue. He told y'all he won't go away quietly. Nobody should be surprised. Be prepared for a long 2 months. Because he's going to try his damnedest to try to say this is fraud. But the problem is because he has no evidence. And because if he lose all these states, technically, it's nothing he can do. The only thing, when he was talking about the polls, it's funny he said about the polls. He said the polls got it wrong. Well, they did get it wrong. He has a fanatic, cult-like following. And he appeals to the small town, small county white voter. And when you have that, it adds up. So, just certain states, they're going to go Republican because they're who they are. Yeah, the Republicans, they saved themselves the Senate. They saved themselves the, they kind of made some headway in the House, but it's give or take. If you're going to have a Democratic president, I guess it'll never be a Democratic House, Senate, and presidency. I don't think we ever see that anymore in this lifetime. I could be wrong. Who knows? So, that's my take on what's going on right now. It's interesting. Like I said, I mean, trust me, the first night I was like mind blown. I was like, what the fuck? But it didn't dawn on me. I should have known. They ain't counting the not every state is counting the mail-in first. Majority of them was counting the walk-ups. So that means even the states that Biden lost, they're still counting, and he's getting the mail-ins right now. It's just Trump people came out so strong in those states that they won. So this is interesting as fuck. So I'm out. I'm done. Now I'm gonna say is life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you don't learn anything? Smoke that over.